Hey everybody, it's Quinn here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching as always. Today we're going to be taking a look at my onboard from the CalSpeed Karting Sprint Series Round 7. It was Classico counterclockwise this week, so we already did Classico, we did that last week, but same layout, we're doing it in reverse this time. It was actually 114 degrees at CalSpeed this day, and as you will see in the video, it made the carts explode. So thanks again for watching and enjoy the race. All right, here we are at the line. We are racing on the Classico counterclockwise layout, like I mentioned, and we got the flagger on the left side this time. He's going to be waving the green flag, and here we go. We're starting. We push off really hard with that left foot, and it means that we are going to launch control right by, just like last week. We're going to pick up three positions right on that start-finish straight, and this last guy is going to try to bully his way back through a little bit, not giving me a ton of room, but fair space. You'll notice I put the camera further back on my helmet, so you should be able to see the people behind me a little bit better. But now we got a great run. They're fighting up ahead, so we're just going to drive right around everybody. We're going to take one more position here, and then we are going to see if we can snag one last position on the way around the outside of the hairpin here. I got to hold it around the outside, and we're going to push on the 37. You're gonna see that 37 cart quite a bit today, and we do take the position. We are up from 15th and into 10th. Like I mentioned, the 37 car ahead of us, piloted by Ernesto Sanchez, is going to be kind of our main rival for this race. We're just getting done this first lap now, and it's looking pretty nice. 5 positions in the first lap is a pretty good way to do it, and it looks like we're going to probably get a run on the straight on Sanchez up ahead, and we're gonna try to take it. We're gonna run up next to him. We locked in those 5 positions gained for lap 1, and he runs right into the side of us. He's gonna try to do a switch back through, and I'm gonna sneak back up in front of him. Going into the Contino curve here, we've got track position, and at this point on this layout, if you have track position, you have the racing line on Contino, it's pretty difficult for anyone to get a run on you into this back straight. This hairpin, however, is a pretty good overtaking opportunity. It is one of the only overtaking opportunities on the layout. This is actually not the first time we have raced on Classico. This is only the first time that we've raced on Classico counterclockwise, so the track might look pretty familiar. Now we're up at the 45, and it looks like I'm going to go for one. Looks like we're going to go for 8th rather, and we get it. We take the position. Now we are stuck in here behind the 29 car, driven by William Baker, coming up through the bypass corner complex onto the start-finish straight, and it looks like we have really got a good way through the bypass, because we get the run pretty much every time coming on this back straight, and we're just going to sneak right up the inside into turn 1. He tries to switch back on us, and he manages to put it right up on our right side. He leaves us plenty of room. We're going to run him just wide enough out so that he's not going to make the apex into the next corner, and he falls back in behind us. So we made it up into 7th. We've had a ton of progress so far this race. We're up 8 positions over our starting spot. And now we're at the head of our small group. But it doesn't last for long, because William Barker in the 29 car sneaks right back through. He takes us, and I'm really aggressively trying to take the position back. We bounce over the curb and hit him, and we get swallowed up by the group behind us. We have Ernesto Sanchez, and he's not leaving us a ton of room. He pushes us up over the curb. We bump into him, and he's putting his hand up, but he pushed us right up over that curb. He did not give us enough room to get around. So we're going to go side by side through what is normally turn 4 when it's the clockwise layout, and we're just going to try to keep it nice and clean through bypass so that we can get a nice run onto the start-finish straight. We're gonna try to get right back around here, just like we did last time. You'll see Ernesto gets a black stick, which is a warning, and that warning was for not leaving room. So we're going to try to get back up around him here into that corner. That was a little optimistic by me, but we're side by side going in here, and he's going to push me off track right into the barrier here. He throws his hand up. He pushed me right off track again, and he drives into somebody trying to get around and cuts the track. Cuts the track to get back up ahead of me, and then hits his helmet to tell me to just tuck in and follow him. I'm not super stoked about this, because I definitely thought that I earned the position, but whatever. He's ahead of me now. No point in making a fuss of it. Got to put my head down and just finish the race. So he extends the track a little bit there. He's really trying to make it so that he's going to be difficult to overtake coming up ahead, but I still have a better run up the hill. I had a really healthy cart, and the weather was really hot. It was 114 degrees this day. So we're going to go through the inside. He's going to run wide. He extends the track way out so that we can't get up around him into the bypass, but it means he's coming in short. His line was all wrong, so we get a much better run onto the start-finish straight. And this time, we're going to be able to make it stick. Oh, and as you can see, he's got a drive-through for that incident into Contino last lap. So we're side by side here. He's actually going to let me come through this time. finally, we're back up into 9th. As we take a look back here behind him, if you take a look at Ernesto Sanchez, I used some telekinesis to blow his motor up to make sure he doesn't try to dive bomb me into any of these future corners, and it kind of slows the whole pack behind him down as well in this cloud of smoke. His kart really just exploded. Like I said, it was really hot. In fact, the session before this, they were parking the carts under the shade mid-session because they were overheating. They'd been running for too long. So I see this really aggressive yellow flag. I don't at this point know that his engine is blown up. So I slow down a little bit. I hit the brakes, and they catch back up to me. But I return to speed now. We're going to come back through bypass. I see 8th and 7th up ahead of me, and they're still battling. So I think that 7th is still on the cards for me. And I look over, and we see a black flag for 37. So now I know that Sanchez is no longer in the game. At this point, I had thought it was because he didn't serve his penalty in time, but that didn't even really make sense because it was only 1 lap difference. We look behind now, and we have a nice long gap behind us. And we're reeling in the 2 carts up ahead. So at this point, it's just hot lapping. We just want to make sure we get the laps in clean and quick. I'm already starting to notice at this point that William Barker is the next car ahead of me, and I know I had pace on him earlier in the day, and it seems as if I'm gaining it on him about maybe as much as a 10th a corner. We're really starting to reel him in, and I'm thinking that within 1 lap, we're probably going to be able to get up around him, and I might even be able to drive around him on the start-finish straight. Like I mentioned before, it really might have been the kart because when I got up onto the start-finish straight, I was really pulling everybody. It was kind of a drag race every lap, and I won it every time. But as you can see, we're already way closer to him. We're coming up onto lap 7 here, and I'm pretty confident that lap 7 we're going to try to be able to get around him. I think he must have made a mistake and dropped back from the kart up ahead because I saw them fighting a little bit earlier. And it looks like William Barker fell back a little bit, but he's fallen right up into my hands. If we look over here on the left, we can actually see there is Ernesto Sanchez in his abandoned 37 kart with the blown-up motor. That must be the worst. You just take the position that you were running at the time, -2, so it's never a good day when you have a mechanical. But we're going into the hairpin, and we're going to drive right up the inside of William Barker, and we take it. We take the position in a really good way, and I wave my hand forward and say, all right, let's catch up to this next guy. I can't even see who it is at this point, but we just got to try to reel him in for 7th place because it looks like that's probably the best I'm going to be able to do. Unless there's some kind of big incident at the front of the pack, it's going to be pretty difficult to reel everybody in that lead group. As you can see, they're quite a ways ahead at this point at least. We're coming up on lap 8, which was my fastest lap of the race, so we're actually going to go on board and analyze this lap. We're going to turn in at the blue barrier. We want to give a little dab of brake here at the second apex through the S's, and then we want to try to open Contino up nice so that we can get a nice straight line out over this next curb onto the back straight here. You can take, you got to keep 2 on the paint here for this part. You want to stay on the seam. You can kind of see where the kart is, and you can take this pretty much flat. Sometimes you need a lift depending on if the kart's got a little bind. You brake nice and early for the hairpin to focus on the exit for the hairpin because you need to try to keep your momentum going up this hill. You can jump the curb on the right side, and then you want to just go a little bit on the outside of this curb here, just barely touch it. You want to brake at the change in surface through here, and you want to get on the gas really, really early, 2 on the paint, just like before, and you want to lift at the tires for bypass, and you want to get back on nice and early as that curb if you can, and then you want to open it up so you can get a nice straight run, 2 on the paint onto the start-finish straight. That was our fastest lap of the race, and we slowly caught this next kart up ahead. We were catching him at about a 10th a lap, but we didn't have enough laps in the race to catch him. So we're going to end up in 8th here, across the line. But it was a great race. It was admittedly a little bit too hot. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every Wednesday when I put out a new video. I'm actually going to have no video next week because I deleted all of my footage, including my great 2nd place in the B main. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.